Moonlight spills over mist-wreathed, jagged mountains. Quiet and still under the star-dusted night sky, a young man in tattered robes sprints frantically through the dark, tangled forest. He runs with all his might, face streaked with dirt and sweat, eyes burning with desperate urgency. His foot catches on a thick root, and his eyes widen in sudden shock as he stumbles. He tumbles violently down the steep, rocky slope, crying out in pain with every harsh impact. He crashes onto the ground, wincing in agony as he realizes his leg will not move at all. He grits his teeth, eyes blazing with rage and frustration at his helpless state. He slams his fist into the dirt, seething with anger at his terrible luck. From the shadows, unseen figures watch him, and a voice speaks slowly from the dark. He looks up to see hooded enemies all around, realizing he has been played with from the very start. Prince Cheon grits his teeth in pure rage, furious at being cornered so easily. The hooded killers mock his struggle, calling him by his title and saying they nearly fell asleep waiting. He panics, realizing he has no strength left to fight or run away at all. He demands to know why they still hunt him, even after he gave up his place at the academy. The lead assassin coldly replies that his lack of talent or academy status means nothing. His claim to the throne is all that matters. He is told there is no other way out. As long as he has a right to the throne, he must die. They insult his mother's bloodline, claiming they will grant him a merciful death because of his royal lineage. He burns with anger at the insult to his mother, knowing they will never truly give him a peaceful end. He clenches his weapon, swearing he will fight until his very last breath instead of dying quietly. The assassin sounds surprised, wondering if he learned martial arts from the legendary warrior Jang. It is clear he had no formal training, yet his royal bloodline still runs strong within him. The killer smirks, eager for the hunt, now that he sees Cheon will fight until the very end. At the command to kill him, the assassins leap down all at once to strike. Cheon screams out in pain as he fights back wildly against his attackers. He grits his teeth and pushes through the pain, swinging his blade with all his strength. He lands a solid hit on one assassin, but the fight is far from over. Another assassin grabs him roughly, lifting him off the ground with ease. The killer taunts him, mocking his desperate attempt to fight back while Cheon still grips his weapon. Cheon quietly draws his hidden blade, and one assassin shouts a warning to the others. The lead killer only reacts with confusion, unaware of what is coming. Cheon strikes swiftly, catching the assassin completely off guard and wounding him. The rest of the group stares in shock, unable to believe what just happened. Cheon falls to his knees but lets out a sharp, triumphant laugh at his success. The assassins are stunned, wondering how an untrained boy could kill one of their own. They realize his earlier wild swings were just a trick to make them lower their guard. Fear creeps in as they imagine how dangerous he would be if he truly knew how to fight. Furious and alarmed, one assassin charges at Cheon, screaming in rage. The assassin lands a heavy blow, sending Cheon crashing hard against the ground. Cheon is battered and bleeding, while the assassin rages that they held back only for him to act so boldly. The assassin looms over him, furious that Cheon dared to strike back when they went easy on him. Cheon stares in horror as the blade comes down, screaming in agony as it cuts deep. His cry echoes through the quiet, moonlit mountain night. Blood spills from his mouth as he grits his teeth, fighting through the blinding pain. The assassin mocks him, pressing the blade into his stomach and asking how it feels. Cheon knows he cannot trick them again, but takes grim comfort in having killed one of them. The assassins order him to suffer a slow, agonizing death and strike him again. One assassin hesitates, thinking this cruelty is not his way, but feels he has no choice after their comrade died. He sighs heavily, resolving to finish the job no matter what. A blinding burst of light erupts and the assassin's eyes go wide with total shock. The light explodes outward, throwing the killers off guard completely. The assassins cry out in alarm as the blast sends one of them flying back hard. A violent shockwave tears through the area, scattering the attackers and leaving Cheon untouched on the ground. Blades flash through the chaos, but the sudden force turns the fight upside down. The assassins are stunned, whispering about a strange beam of white light that just appeared. A figure steps forward, glowing with blue light, and the killers freeze in fear. One assassin shouts in panic, realizing the threat is right behind them. They spin around to face the new danger, swords raised in terror. A mysterious blue-cloaked figure stands before them, surrounded by lightning as the forest falls deadly silent. A mysterious figure wrapped in crackling blue lightning stands before the stunned assassins. He stands calm and composed, electricity dancing all over his modern clothes and gear. One assassin stares in confusion, having never seen such strange clothing before. The figure remains silent, and the killer demands to know who he is. Another assassin charges forward in rage, shouting his question as he runs. The stranger stands perfectly still, a faint smile on his face as the storm builds around him. A blinding burst of light explodes outward, throwing the attackers back. The assassins are sent flying, their blades spinning uselessly through the air. One killer stares in total disbelief, completely overwhelmed by what just happened. The mysterious figure vanishes in a flash of blue light, leaving the assassins completely stunned. They can barely believe he disappeared in an instant. One killer wonders if it's just super speed, but quickly realizes it feels more like he turned into mist or water. A massive blow lands, and an assassin screams out for his leader in panic. The group is terrified, still unable to understand what that strange light really was. The leader is horrified, suspecting this is the power of a master at the highest level of skill. He is even more confused why such a powerful master would protect a helpless boy like Cheon. Cheon lies battered and bleeding, while the assassins decide he will die anyway from his wounds. Terrified by the unknown power facing them, they finally turn and order a full retreat. The assassin tries to flee into the night sky, but the mysterious figure unleashes a blinding blue lightning strike. A glowing hand of pure electricity shoots out, striking the fleeing attacker with crushing force. The assassin is blasted out of the air, shattered and thrown violently back down to the ground. Cheon lies beaten but smirks, thinking they got exactly what they deserved. His vision blurs and he feels his life slipping away, yet he hears a voice that makes him wonder if it's his ancestor. The voice calls out and Cheon grows confused, thinking he must be hallucinating from his wounds. He can barely see anymore, and his whole body feels cold and numb as he fears he will die here. He wonders if he is really going to perish, while the mysterious stranger realizes he has no choice but to act now. The stranger had planned to teach Cheon slowly, but now he must act fast and make do with what he has. He activates his glowing device, knowing he has no time to waste and must hurry to save Cheon. The stranger knows he must act fast, because Cheon is badly hurt and on the brink of death. He injects a glowing device into Cheon, feeling awkward about the procedure but pressing on anyway. Once the injection is done, he calls out to Cheon, who still thinks of him as his ancestor. He kneels beside Cheon, asking him to make his life easier and survive. He explains this is the latest Nano Machine, and wishes Cheon luck in learning how to use it. A beam of blinding blue light shoots down, vanishing into Cheon's body. Cheon lies confused, wondering what all the strange man was talking about. A serial number appears in his mind, and he is shocked to hear a new voice speaking inside his head.